fuck is that?
Don't wait! Go! Wait!
There's a face. Green, look at my lens.
Oh!
What the?
Snow, a flashlight. An abandoned train bridge is buried inside the Appalachian woods. On March 1st, 2022, two brothers from Squatch TV walked into that darkness looking for animals. What answered them did not sound like an animal. The first scream came from beyond the trail, then another, sharper, buried somewhere past the trees. Wind moved through the branches, but this was not just wind. Something out there had a voice. The path ahead was narrow. The woods around it were open only where the flashlight landed. Most people would have turned around before the bridge disappeared behind them. They kept walking, and the deeper they went, the closer the screams became.
It's hard to tell with the wind, but it almost sounded like something definitely made some kind of noises over there. So we're gonna check it out. Occasionally snowmobilers come through here, but other than that, it's pretty remote. This is an abandoned train bridge. Okay.
That is the first mistake. He hears something past the trees, admits the wind could be hiding it, then keeps walking anyway. The bridge makes it worse. A long, narrow path, snow on the ground, forest on both sides. If something is ahead of them, there are not many directions to move except forward or backward. And the longer they stand there, the more the sound stops feeling random. It starts to feel like it is answering them. One brother tries to compare it to an animal. The comparison does not survive the next scream.
Yeah, my brother said he heard some weird things, but that's pretty weird. I've never heard a grizzly bear sound like that before. Whew. You got like chills going down your spine?
Yup.
I hope the camera got that.
Now the tone changes. They are no longer just curious. One of them does not want to continue. The other asks about the knife. That single question tells you what the footage cannot. Something out there has crossed the line from strange to dangerous. The camera keeps searching the snow, the trees, the empty spaces between branches. It never gives a clean look at what they are reacting to, but the fear keeps getting louder than the picture. And that is exactly why the footage works. The men are not performing for the camera anymore. They are negotiating with themselves. Turn back, or keep walking toward the thing that just screamed.
Oh, you take that one path up here.
Yeah.
Is that right there?
Yeah. Take to the babies. Oh, baby.
Okay, I don't even want to go. I don't even want to. What the hell was that? Dude, fuck this. Should we?
You got,
Do it for the video?
you got your knife?
What the fuck is that? Okay, so we've been hearing some really fucking spooky shit, dude. I'm only giving it like maybe 5 more minutes. So we're walking.
Yeah.
We're in the middle of the woods, about half an hour from my house. I only got a knife, but that's not gonna stop a fucking grizzly bear or whatever this is. So, yeah. It's coming from up there. I don't even know if I want to. We'll see what it is, but at the same time, it's like, I mean, this is like something fucking unknown.
Let's be safe how long we're out here, because I think there's a storm coming. It's getting real windy.
Alright. Okay.
Go. That's pretty loud. That's close.
Half an hour from home, one knife, wind rising through the trees, and whatever is making the sound now seems to be coming from above them. That detail matters. It is no longer just somewhere in the woods. It has a direction. It has a distance. It has pressure. Every step forward makes the trail behind them feel farther away. Then, the camera drops. The flashlight hits snow instead of branches. Their voices overlap. The investigation ends in a single second. The moment one of them says it is coming, the camera starts running.
Oh, go. It's coming. Oh, crap. Wait, don't, wait. Go. Wait. Holy, I think I saw it. Go. Go. Go.
This is where the clip becomes harder to shake. Not because it explains what was in the woods, but because it never lets the viewer relax after the first scream. The pattern is simple. The sound pulls them off the safe path. It answers again from deeper in the trees. One brother says it is close. The camera shakes. They run. And at the worst possible second, one of them says he thinks he saw it. For Squatch TV, that is the question left hanging in the dark. Was it a bear? A person? Or the kind of thing they went there hoping to find? Whatever it was, it turned two men chasing the unknown into two men trying to get out alive. They turned the camera off. Some forests do not need to show you what is watching. Still with us? Subscribe. The next encounter is already running. An 80-degree slope stood between Mo Sargi and a river he had never seen in person. Most people would have called that a reason to turn back. Mo, the man behind his self-titled exploration channel, called it Tuesday. Behind him was a chain-link fence with a warning sign nailed to it, and below the fence, a set of train tracks still in active use. He and his friend Aldo climbed past all of it anyway. The descent turned out to be the easy part.
Dreamt of going to a river that looks like this. Just like this. Wow. Holy shit. This is so beautiful. Whoa. Aldo. Wait, where'd he go? Aldo. What the hell? Yo, he disappeared. Aldo. Wait, actually? Fuck. Oh my god, oh my god. Yo! 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 Hey! Shit, spider webs. Yo! Hey! You okay? Yo! Hey! Hey! Aldo! Yo! Hey! Wake up! Guys, I think he fucking fell. Yo, Aldo, wake up! Yo! Hey!
Mo had turned his back for less than a minute. No splash, no scream. Just silence where his friend should have been standing. He called Aldo's name once, then again, and the second time his voice had an edge to it that had not been there a moment ago. When he finally spotted him, Aldo was face down on the rocks, not moving.
What happened? Did you slip and fall?
No.
So what happened?
Something was following us.
Something was following us.
Yeah. I heard something.
Because I was on the rocks looking at the water. I looked back and they're not here. And I'm like, what the hell? Did this guy disappear on me?
I heard something, so I turned around, and then everything went black.
So somebody hit you?
I saw someone. Yes, I think someone hit me. Someone's here.
Wait, just take it easy. Does your head hurt? Does your legs hurt?
My head hurts.
Your head hurts?
Right here. Come feel it. It's like a bump. You feel it?
Holy shit. That's a big bump.
Whoever, or whatever, put Aldo on the ground never said a word, never asked for anything. It hit him once, and then it was gone before he could even turn around. A blow hard enough to knock a grown man unconscious and leave a bump that size is not something most people walk away from calmly. Aldo did not walk away at all. And the moment he came to, he faced a decision most people would not have made the same way. He wanted to keep exploring.
I think we should get the hell out of here, man. I literally got attacked.
Well, we do want to camp out here. That's the point of this challenge. I said we go back up the steps and we camp out in that area where the toilet is.
Yeah.
The abandoned houses.
Yeah.
And we just chill there for the night.
I agree. That's a good idea.
They chose the abandoned building anyway. Not long before they reached it, both of them had already caught something orange and still, half hidden between the trees, that neither could explain and both agreed looked like a face. They wrote it off as exhaustion. Barely a few steps inside the building, something answered back.
Worth it. Wait, what's that in the window? What's that in the window? Oh my god. Oh my god. There's a face. Dude, look at my screen. Look at my lens. You can't zoom in that far. There's a guy standing right there. Look at his face. Oh. What the fuck is that? Let's go, let's go. What the fuck is that? Go now. Go now. Oh my god.
A hooded figure, standing perfectly still at the edge of a broken window, watching them run. By the time they stopped, they had already made their second mistake of the night. In the panic, they had veered off the trail completely, and by the time they realized it, every direction looked the same. No landmarks, no trail markers. Just trees, in every direction, all the way down. The shortcut they took to escape had led them somewhere with no way back.
We're officially lost somehow. No clue where the hell we are, but we're trying to make our way out. We took a wrong path somewhere in the darkness. As you guys can see, it's freaking dark. No bueno. Probably the worst thing we did is take a shortcut.
This deep into the mountain, the ground itself came with its own warning. Mo had mentioned earlier that the area used to be mined for coal, which meant the water running through it might not be safe to drink even if they found it. They found no water, just concrete walls in the dark, and enough shelter to make them stop.
Oh, what? Yo, shelter. Yes. Shelter. Oh. Bro, what the f is this? What the hell is this? Oh my god, yes. We're so exhausted, guys. Literally in the middle of the forest. Oh my god.
Exploring for hours, we randomly find this?
Mo had a theory about the concrete room. Something built to survive explosions, left over from a time when this mountain was blasted apart for the mine underneath it. Theory or not, for a few hours, it did its job. Then, just past 3 in the morning, a single red point of light appeared in the pitch black outside. Not a flashlight, not headlights, just red and moving. They zoomed in. They called out. Nobody answered, and the light held its position long enough for both of them to be certain they were not imagining it.
Hearing howling and some rustling in the bushes. I think we should just try to get the hell out of here. We're pretty rested now. We've been here for a few hours.
Yeah.
I feel rested.
Yeah.
And I had some of my snacks to give me a bit of energy. I am still thirsty, but whatever.
I have some Skittles.
I think we should just keep heading out on trails.
Let's just go slowly.
Yeah.
Slowly but surely.
Yeah, 100%.
And we'll make it.
Alright, that's what we're gonna do.
Let's go back.
The light vanished before they could explain it. So did the howling. Hours of walking brought them right back to the same shelter they had started from, no closer to their car than when the night began. They had been walking in circles without realizing it, using landmarks that all looked the same in the dark. One night vision camera was already dead. The GoPro had half a battery left, and daylight was still not guaranteed to be enough to get them out.
It was a tiring night, man.
That was creepy, man. We actually, as you guys saw, we took turns staying awake, but I guess the sun is finally coming out. So soon everything's gonna be lit up, but we can actually start to see now. So
Yeah.
we can probably start finding our way out of here.
But we're not at the woods yet. We still have quite a bit of a hike out of here. Like
Yeah.
a lot of a hike.
How's your battery doing? Mine's almost dead, man.
I'm using my GoPro now because my other camera died. My night
Okay.
vision camera, it died. I don't have any more batteries for it. I only have half a battery left for this. So
Yeah.
it's morning now. We're gonna find our way out of here and get the out. I'm never coming back here again.
Me
That was a
neither.
terrifying night.
The sun did come up. The video was still uploaded, which is the only reason to believe they made it out. Some rivers really are worth the climb down. What is waiting at the bottom is never guaranteed to let you climb back up. He had camped alone in this forest more nights than he could count, without so much as a bad dream to show for it. Solo camping had never scared him. That changed the night. Something outside his tent started making a sound no animal he knew of could make. He grabbed his flashlight first. Nothing there, just the kind of darkness that swallows a beam whole. He lay back down anyway, hoping it would pass. It did not. What came next was a low, steady humming, close enough that he stopped pretending he could sleep through it. That was when he reached for the night vision camera instead of his flashlight, because whatever was out there, he wanted proof of it.
What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that?
The camera swung away before anyone could get a clear look. What it caught in that last second, before the footage cuts out, is exactly what people cannot stop arguing about. The recording ends there, mid-frame, with no answer and no follow-up. Once the clip started circulating, the arguments began. Some viewers were certain the footage had been lifted from an obscure 2011 found footage horror film. Others pointed to an old missing person case from the same stretch of forest, one that was never officially closed. Nobody has confirmed either theory. The forest does not explain itself. It just waits for the next person foolish enough to ask, "What do you think the camera actually caught?"
Talk about creepy.
That is how Brant, the creator of Brant Hikes, opens the update that would end his day early. It had started ordinary enough. Morning coffee under a tarp, a route planned out loud for the camera, a full day of walking through quiet stretches of the Appalachian he has covered more times than he can count. He passed an empty shelter deep in the wilderness, a rare find out here, but Brant does not sleep in shelters. He kept going until he found a flat patch of ground off a small side path, tucked away from everyone else. It looked perfect, until a short walk further down turned up an animal den, freshly used, with tracks leading in and out of it. Brant decided he did not want company that night. He had barely made peace with that decision when something else caught his attention.
I was just down at that cell site there checking it out, talking about it, and I heard and saw a hiker coming down the trail. And I thought I'd stay at the campsite and wait for the hiker to pass. And the hiker never passed, and there's nobody here, and it's freaking me out right now. I've got chills up and down my spine. Yeah, I saw a person with a pack on, wearing hiking clothes. There's no way they passed me. Yeah, this is weird. I'm getting out of this spot. I'm telling you, that's
Brant knows this stretch of trail better than most people know their own street. He had watched the man appear farther up the mountain, walking down toward him, close enough to expect within minutes. No side paths, no shortcuts. Nowhere else could the man have gone. And yet the man never came down. Feeling uneasy, Brant left the campsite he had just found, the one he had already decided was perfect, and walking away from it, he mentioned something that made the moment worse. This was not even the first time that day.
I thought I saw somebody. You know, honestly, that's the second time today that's happened. And the first time is when I was sawing that log, and I looked over and I was like, oh, someone's coming up the trail. The log will be sawed for them when they get here, and there was never anybody there.
Twice in one day, Brant saw someone who was never actually there. Once while sawing through a fallen tree on the trail behind him, and once at the campsite he had already marked as home for the night. Two different locations, hours apart, the same impossible pattern both times. His camera battery gave him an excuse to stop filming before he had to sit with what that meant. He kept moving anyway, putting as much distance as he could between himself and that stretch of mountain before dark. Some trails remember every hiker who has ever walked them. Not all of them remember walking alone. The trail does not look dangerous at first. A thin layer of snow, frozen water on the rocks, a man walking alone through a quiet Appalachian forest. But in Linville Gorge, that is exactly how the danger starts. Not with something jumping out of the trees, but with the land slowly making every direction look the same. Rasnick Outdoors places this hike on January 31st, 2026, inside the Linville Gorge region of North Carolina. The channel is built around solo Appalachian exploration, and this video begins with the kind of wilderness that looks beautiful until you realize how little it would take to disappear inside it. The woods are thick, the trails are hard to read, the valleys fold into each other. Out here, getting lost does not begin with panic. It begins with one wrong step.
And the majority of the trails out here are completely unmarked. My footprints are the only footprints on this trail. I am completely alone out here. One mistake, that's it. You're stuck out here. You're probably never going home. Like I said, these mountains are almost impassable. The Linville Gorge in North Carolina is really bad about this. It's one of Appalachia's most rugged terrains. People go missing out there. It takes days to find them. And most of the time, they're not found alive.
After that, the story moves beneath the trail, not toward a single creature in the trees, but toward the hidden parts of the mountains themselves. Old mining areas, forgotten shafts, cave systems that do not announce themselves until the ground is already gone. That is what makes this section different. The threat is not chasing him. It is waiting underfoot, covered by leaves, snow, and years of silence. And once the land feels dangerous, the folklore starts to feel less like a story and more like a warning passed down because people kept finding reasons to believe it. Every missing person, every strange light, every sound heard alone in a hollow adds another layer. When mountains can swallow people, every old story starts to sound less impossible.
I've had friends that have seen unexplained things. I've heard stories from family of feral people up in these hollers. And people have lived in these mountains for hundreds of years, and their stories still live today. Go to the Linville Gorge in North Carolina, there's the Brown Mountain Lights, which is an unexplained phenomenon that has existed for thousands of years. Even the local natives in the area reported seeing these lights floating above the mountains. So when the scientists came over in the 1900s and were like, oh, well, these are just lights from cars across the valley or train lights, that doesn't explain it, because the natives have been seeing these lights far before the settlers even came over here. Now back to the feral people, this kind of piggybacks off what I said about the caves and kind of goes on to the theory is that there's feral people living in these mountains, kidnapping people and taking them into the cave. I mean, like I said, these mountains are so thick that even a rabbit can hardly get off the trail sometimes. So who's to say way back in the backcountry, way out in the hollers, there's not these feral people or wild humans living there. So what is it about these mountains that seems to draw so much attention? Well, the fact of the matter is, they're rugged, they're remote, they're dangerous, they're old as time itself, they're full of history and folklore.
This is not the kind of wilderness video where a figure steps into the frame and explains the fear for us. The camera never gives that kind of answer. Instead, it builds a different kind of dread. Missing hikers, old mine shafts, caves with passages are still being discovered. Lights over the mountains that people claim were seen long before modern explanations. Stories of feral people living deep in the hollers, far beyond the places most hikers ever reach. None of it lands as one clean encounter. It lands as a pattern. The mountains do not need to show a face, because the fear is already in the map. Above ground, the woods close in. Below ground, the caves keep going. Around both of them, the stories survive. That is why the final question works. Appalachia is beautiful in daylight, but beauty does not make a place safe. It can hide the slope, the hollow, the opening in the ground, or whatever is moving where no trail leads. He makes it back to the road. Some mountains do not need to be haunted to make you feel watched. A knock at the door. No driver outside. A woman standing by the trees. That is how Dustin Fraser's video begins to feel wrong. On April 4th, 2024, Dustin uploaded footage from what is described as a small cabin tucked inside the Appalachian Mountains. He was waiting for DoorDash, alone in the house, while his sister and the kids were gone for the night. At first, it should have been simple. Someone knocks, he checks the door, the food arrives, and the night continues. But that is not what happens. The porch is empty, the road is quiet, and past the glow of the house, beyond the place a delivery driver should ever be standing, a figure waits near the trees. Not leaving, not approaching, just watching. The knock was at the door. The person was by the trees.
Come on. Okay. Yes, I'm currently in there.
That contradiction is what makes the footage work. A stranger outside would be frightening enough. A knock with no one at the door is worse. But both happening together turn the house into a trap that Dustin cannot understand. He backs into the dark and films from close to his face, the room nearly disappearing around him. The text on the screen says he ran to the bathroom when the knocking started again. He looks during the knocking, but the door is still empty. Only her. Still by the tree. Still not moving like someone who wants help. Still close enough to know he is alone. Then the knocking returns harder. The clip never explains who she was, and that is exactly why it stays uncomfortable. The pattern is too specific to dismiss cleanly. First, the knock brings Dustin to the door. Then, the door gives him nothing. Then, the camera finds someone standing away from the house, near the trees. When the knocking returns, she is still not where the sound should be. She is still outside, still waiting. That is the part that breaks the logic of the scene. If she wanted food, help, or directions, she would come to the door. If she wanted to leave, she would be gone. Instead, Dustin says what the viewer is already thinking. She is still standing there. The video cuts off without an answer. The follow-up makes it worse. The next day, Dustin appears in what looks like an airport terminal. He says he left his mom's cabin first thing in the morning, booked the earliest flight he could, and went straight to New York. Dustin left the cabin. Some knocks are frightening because someone is at the door. This one is frightening because no one was.